Correspondent Ellen Fisher is in Washington, D.C. Ellen, Noem is, I should say was, among the most recognizable faces of Trump's second term. Why is she out?
Well, that's part of the problem. First of all, there was the real difficulty of 2 days on Capitol Hill this week when she was destroyed under questioning from both Republicans and from Democrats. They were querying her handling of what happened in Minnesota, the death of 2 American citizens that she described initially as domestic terrorists, which proved to be untrue. There was the alleged relationship with one of her special advisors, Corey Lewandowski, who's very close to Donald Trump. There is problems with releasing FEMA funds, particularly to areas hit in North Carolina. But the worst thing that really turned it for her was the fact that her department spent $220 million on a series of promotional videos about the work of the Department of Homeland Security that featured very prominently Kristi Noem herself. Now, under questioning from a Republican senator, she was asked if she got permission from Donald Trump to spend that amount of money because he's trying to rein in costs. And she indicated that they'd had a discussion and this had been approved. It had not, and that really upset Donald Trump. Now, Kristi Noem has been walking on a knife edge for a number of months. This seems to have been the final straw, and Donald Trump announced on Truth Social that she was leaving her job.
She was also one of the faces, and you pointed out this fact, of Donald Trump's immigration crackdown. So if she goes, does that mean there's a change in the crackdown and the policy, or is it just a change of personnel?
It's really just a change in personnel. Markwayne Mullin will be regarded as a safe pair of hands by the White House. He's very close to Donald Trump. The two of them speak quite often. He will be a better administrator in the eyes of those at the White House. And that was the problem, that you needed experience of running an organisation like this. And even though Kristi Noem is a former governor of South Dakota, they didn't feel she was doing that job properly. And that was exposed on the hearings in Capitol Hill. Now, Markwayne Mullin, it's not a shoo-in that he will get the job. Donald Trump has said this handover will take place on the 31st of March. He doesn't get to do that. This is a Senate-approved position. So he has got to go through a Senate hearing with a committee chaired by someone who described him as a snake. That's someone who's in his own party. So that doesn't bode particularly well. There are Democrats who want to make sure that Markwayne Mullin will talk about how to change the way ICE operates. If he doesn't deliver, they might not vote for him. So this isn't yet a done deal. Donald Trump would like this to happen quite quickly. No guarantee it's going to go to the timescale that the White House wants.
Ellen Fisher reporting out of Washington, D.C. Thank you very much. I do want to acknowledge what we're putting on screen and have been putting on screen for the last 20 seconds while Alan was speaking. Remember, we're monitoring, of course, this war, day 6 of this war initiated by the U.S. and Israel against Iran. What you're seeing is Beirut. Why? Because Israel has another front, and that is the front it has opened, or it has, Israel would say it didn't open, that Hezbollah did, but the front certainly between Israel and the Lebanese armed group Hezbollah. And what you're seeing is the immediate aftermath of a strike on the Lebanese capital, Beirut. I do believe we're watching specifically the southern suburb of Beirut, that is Dahiyeh, known to be a Hezbollah stronghold, which Israel has been hitting repeatedly over the last few days. So that's what you're watching. We will keep a close eye on it.